go back home. So they're really in a bind. Now, the one solution, and what has been seen before, is that in late November of last year, when there was an 8-day halt in the fighting in Gaza and there was a release of hostages in exchange for Palestinian prisoners and detainees, the border along between Lebanon and Israel was quiet. Hezbollah has made it clear, if the fighting stops in Gaza, the border will be quiet. So probably a ceasefire is the best solution all around. Amara?
Ben Wiedemann in Beirut for us. Thank you so much.
Anyway, we got, okay, before we move away from the Israel stuff, there was a couple things I wanted to mention, because we are going to talk about the conscription squads sending Ukrainian men into hiding. And of course, we're going to talk about Toilet Paper USA. As far as, oh, here, this is what Andrew wanted us to watch. This is, let's see if you can pick up on what this like old ass anime was doing in terms of like propaganda. It's a short 4-minute clip. Anyone bearing a weapon will be immediately executed. Anyone suspected of bearing weapons resisting or attempting to hide or escape will be handled according to the situation. In actuality, these orders indicted indiscriminate murder. The Earth forces who broke into the city were given license to slaughter and destroy, and were enthusiastic in their looting and acts of violence. This was the beginning of what would become the Bloody Night. The city's art museums had their collections and paintings and jewels plundered, and countless precious wait, what is it? And countless precious and rare books were tossed in the flames by soldiers who didn't understand their value. Does that look familiar to you? In the northern district outside the city, there was a concentration of facilities like diamond ore, polishing plants, and processing plants for gold and platinum. And in their scramble for that, there was an ugly outbreak of friendly fire between the 2nd Aerial Assault Division and the 5th Urban Warfare Division, which had encroached from the shore. Between the two sides, there were 1,500 casualties, and among the corpses, there were many whose abdomen were torn into pieces. This was presumed to be a result of their stomach having been slit open in order to get the diamond ore they had swallowed. Among the civilians, similar harm occurred 100-fold. Old people whose jaws had been removed with army knives to get at their gold teeth. Women who had their ears taken and fingers taken for rings, one after another. In the 10 hours of this bloody night, the over 900,000 citizens of Lag Lane City were murdered by the Earth forces. Substitute Earth forces for Israel and Lag Lane City for Palestinians in Gaza. And yet, Earth forces at first denied this truth. In fact, the supposed mass killings and looting of Lag Lane City never occurred. This is merely a fabrication of traitors who wish to damage the honor of the Israeli Defense Force. 3 days later, the military authorities had made a completely different announcement. The killings and looting definitely occurred. However, it was a very small scale and resulted in no more than 20,000 deaths. Also, the perpetrators were not the Israeli forces, but anti-Israeli guerrillas, Hamas, that were concealed in the city. Bro, down to the fucking, I swear to God, down to the motherfucking aerial photographs, bar for bar. I swear to God. Yes, the anime is called Legend of Galactic Heroes. And in the aftermath, they laid the blame on the Israeli forces for these anti-Israel actions. That is to say, we believe that the guerrillas are still hiding in the city. The reason for the official viewpoint shifting 180 degrees in a mere 3 days was never explained. As part of the Israeli forces' pledge to complete their mission, they held a search and destroy operation targeting the army remnants, and there were another 350,000 victims. And yet, from these acts of barbarism, a hope was born for the various colony worlds. Karl Palmgren, who was a 25-year-old broadcast reporter at the time, was beaten with rifle butts and suffered serious injuries when he refused to submit to a military inspection of his personal belongings. When he regained consciousness on a mountain of corpses being burned with liquid rocket fuel, he succeeded in using the smoke to escape. An accountant in metallic radium mine with the clerk of labor union, 23-year-old Winslow Kenneth Townsend. Maybe we'll do this on the weekend. We'll do this Legend of Galactic Heroes watch if we can find it dubbed. I didn't cover the Channel 11 piece about how Israel knew down to like the minute details of October 7. Overlooking a military parade through his apartment window and was shot. His mother, who was at his side, was killed. Townsend was charged with killing his mother, but he escaped into a mine and disappeared. 20-year-old Joliet Frankel, who was studying medicinal plant. Okay, the rest of it is like not as significant, but basically, I just wanted to show you I wanted to show you the shoot and lie aspect of it. New React series, 100 episodes of Galactic Heroes. Oh, there are TV series and multiple movies. Oh, I didn't realize this was a TV series, but we got to do it dubbed. We can't do it subbed. Did you see a Channel 11 piece from a few hours ago about the leaked intelligence documents from Unit 8200 about Hamas training on the border from 2 weeks before October 7th? They documented the exercises meant to occupy kibbutzim and military bases on the envelope to the smallest detail. One of the most damning parts was the document included an estimate for the number of hostages Hamas planned to take into operation, 200 to 250. That's crazy. There is unfortunately no dub. Oh, that sucks. Why are you showing us this instead of covering the genocide? That is the dumbest way to try and fucking bait me at the top of the goddamn hour, okay? I already know your ways. I already know what kind of tricks you're going to implement, okay? At the top of the fucking hour. Why are you showing this instead of covering the genocide? Okay, get out of here. Get out of here with that bullshit. Because at the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime. By connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, you get 1 free Prime subscription a month. Some people don't want to recognize that, or at least think that they can just come in here with this bullshit. Here's the 3-minute ad break now. You can also avoid those ads as long as you subscribe, like I said. Disclosure, the intelligence of the 8200... about 2 weeks before October 7, Hamas is preparing for 250 hostages. That's crazy. Down to the fucking number, dude. That is insane. This also calls into question, okay? This also calls into question that the Israeli government knew Hamas is planning to kidnap 250 before October 7, and they still allowed a fucking festival to occur at the goddamn border.